Excellent evening, everyone. Excellent evening to every one of us. We're highly welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are we doing? I hope we're all doing very great. Okay, so today we are doing like a rescheduled broadcast. What we ought to have done yesterday, that's what we're doing today. So 7 strategic ways to multitask effectively. 7 strategic ways to multitask effectively. That's our topic for today, and you're all highly welcome. So if you've joined me online, you can greet. Good evening, how was your day? And remember, we said we'll be when we are greeting, we will put calling in from, or Kemi, how are you from, Uganda, and things like that. So we are all highly welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, welcome to every one of us. I want to quickly share this out on my pages, and then we get going today. Like I promised us this year, as much as possible, I'll try my best to make sure I keep to date. And if I can't keep to date, you will get another day fixed for you, because we just have to, keep moving. That's part of our goal for this year. We have to keep to our promise and keep to our words. Okay, so thank you for joining me this evening, and you're highly welcome. So let's share out on our pages, share out to your friends. Welcome everyone, because this topic today is very, very interesting, and it's something that we all would actually need. Okay, it's a skill that, let me say, is inherent in me, and I also got it, getting it more effective as I try it out. So I'd like you to join me live, and let's dig it today. You can also share out to friends, so that we'll be all join today. So I want to quickly do some sharing so that we can all have fun this evening. So how was your day? If your day was very good, I'd like you to tell us how your day went. If you had a testimony for today, you can just drop it. If you had a hard time that you overcame, you can drop it. If you have a sweet time that made you happy, you can drop it. Let's just lighten our night. It's supposed to be lighting your day, but you can lighten your night, okay? We are highly welcome. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Yesterday I did one, because I couldn't keep to yesterday. So right there in the car, I just gave a kind of a summary of how you can actually also multitask, having yourself doing what you know best to do, doing what you love doing, and doing it anyhow. So that's what we had yesterday. Okay, we actually had time to do it anyhow and do what we need to do. All right, so let's do it this evening. I'm trying to make sure I share out to all, go public. Mary Odushola, you're welcome to this evening's broadcast. You're highly welcome. We again has joined us. Welcome, Mary. Mary is the first to comment. You're highly welcome to this evening's broadcast. I welcome you very well. You can just go and watch our fun yesterday. It was dark, but all the same, we still had some fun, and we were able to talk. Some people are online. I can see your faces, but you're not talking. Only Mary is greeting this evening. Anyway, we are all highly welcome. As you greet, I'll welcome you. But what is actually multitasking? Remember, I said that on Thursdays, we are going to make things brief. 30 minutes, at most 45 minutes, we're done. This year, we have to try to shorten the time that we're taking to do our life. So, it seems like we every one of us, we constantly have a moment, and that we have mountain of things that we need to do, mountain of tasks that we need to accomplish. Hello, Jane Francis, you're welcome. Good evening from Angola. Jane Francis from Angola, you're welcome to this evening's broadcast. All right, so from time to time, and even for some of us in our daily lives, we have mountain tops of our daily duties that we need to accomplish. So if you actually wrote out your list and calculated how much time it will take you to accomplish each task, then you will find out that you will not have enough time any day to do it. For most of us, you won't have enough time. So if they ask you, write out all the things you need to do, allocate time to them, and then will you be able to finish that task for the day? You will say no. Me especially, most times when I look at my to-do list, I wonder if it's possible to be done in a whole day. And sometimes I'll just stay and say, hey, I wish I have 36 hours today. Oh. I wish I have 48 hours today and things like that. But well, we all have 24 hours all around the world to make a day. All right. So, and that is why multitasking is very, very important. And that is why I don't joke with multitasking. Excellent evening, Okpeyemi Dowu. Good evening, Amima. You're welcome, Amina. Okay. All right. So that's why multitasking is very, very crucial. Is a skill anybody who want to achieve a lot, especially this 2022. Remember that our goal is to achieve our optimum and ultimate goal for 2022, looking at it from the direction and dimension of our whole strategic plans for our lives. All right, so multitasking is a necessary skill, especially for many roles across a variety of businesses, across a variety of offices, okay, whether you're an employer, an employee, okay, whichever one, multitasking is a skill you need to know. But however, it can actually also be detrimental to efficiency and mental performance while at work. And that's why that skill is very, very important, that you get it and you improve on it. So, but if multitasking is done right, if it's done correctly, it can be a great way to get a number of tasks that you need to do done simultaneously. But if you end up taking on too much at a time, it will lead to anxiety and also poor decision making. Okay, so it's important that you learn this skill of multitasking, improve on the skill of multitasking while you acquire the skills of multitasking. So today we're going to be looking at the skills that you need if you want to multitask, and then we're going to be looking at it right away. Do not disturb. All right, so you need to acquire the skill of multitasking. You need to note the skill of multitasking, and you actually need to improve on multitasking day by day. Okay, it's something you need to improve on. All right, so you need to actually improve on multitasking all the time. My forehead has sweat. Let's increase this one now. Okay, all right, so multitasking is actually when one person handles more than one task at the same time. Example, maybe if you're sending an email when you're having some meeting, or talking to someone on phone, while you're trying to send a text message with another hand. Anyway, research shows that there are multitasking has both advantages and disadvantages. So we will weigh both sides so that you will also have an understanding of how you can balance competing priorities and completing priorities with your tasks in your life. Okay, cheers to my drink. My night drink. All right, so that's why it has its advantage, it has its disadvantages. So let's look at the advantages, and then we look at the disadvantages, and then we look at the skills that you need, and then we look at tips. So we're going to run through all this. Let me check my time. In just about 20-25 minutes. Okay, hello, welcome. Okpeyemi Dowu, how are you? You're welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, Amima. Mabel Bariki, you're welcome. Good evening. Good evening, Adenike Omole, you're welcome. Okay, right now, I'm going to do something. I can see Okpeyemi Dowu. I can see Mabel Bariki. These two people have just joined the 100 women that I'm raising for 2022. So as I saw them, I said, let me just talk about them now. So Mabel is joining us, okay? She joined them 2 days ago. Her product will soon be getting to her by next week. And then Mabel Okpeyemi also, and it has also joined. All right, so 2022, for those of you who have not heard, I'm raising 100 women and 100 men who will come and do what I'm doing, and that's why I'm bringing in multitasking today. Okay, who wants an extra income, who wants another part-time job, or who wants to decide, okay, I want to make a particular amount of money to be able to meet up or a target in your goal for 2022. For example, you want to buy a car in 2022, but you know that your salary will not be able to buy that car. Or you want to buy a land in 2022 and you know that your present income cannot buy that land. So I'm offering you an extra income that can help you achieve such a goal. So I will train you, I will coach you on that income, on that extra income that we're talking about, and then you will be able to raise that money. Or you want just a retirement plan, or you want an education fund for your children. So you're looking for that income that can do it for you. We've chosen the vehicle of Forever Living Products, okay, our aloe vera company, Forever Living Products, and we ask you, what do you want to achieve? And I'm going to use the umbrella of this company to help you to achieve that in 2022 and beyond, okay? So that's what we're doing, and that's why I said Mabel has just joined us. She's in Ilorin, okay? And many other people are joining. So by the end of this month, I'll start the classes for January group, and then I'll also start raising the February group, and then we also start their classes sometime in February or beginning of March, and then we start like that. So we'll do it month by month until I get 100 women. And remember, I might not do it next year, so it's for you this year, okay? So Uzo Nwanne, you're welcome. Ifeoma Kate, you're welcome. Emmanuel Okechukwu and Joy Okafor, you're welcome. Isha Sha, you're welcome. All right, so what are the advantages of multitasking? Okay, number one, it saves time. Multitasking saves you time when there are tasks you can complete simultaneously, okay? For example, you need to do some research for a project, okay? Like for me, I do a lot of researches, okay? And I multitask when I'm doing these researches, okay? And then you also have to run some kind of duties per day. To save time, you can listen to some of those educational videos while doing the task you're doing, rather than waiting to complete the research before you go on to another duty. Like, let me give you a practical example. I multitask every morning. Now I'm supposed to do my health work, I'm supposed to do my prayer work, okay? And then I'm supposed to do my meditation time. So what do? I combine my prayer work, okay, my prayer time, praise time with my work. So as I'm working, I'm praying. Sometimes as I'm working, I'm listening to the scriptures. Sometimes as I'm taking that work, I'm listening to the motivational messages, or if the book, I'm listening to the audio book I need to listen. So that's multitasking. I don't wait to finish my work, then I'll now come and sit down and start listening to any of those things, okay? So that's how multitasking can save you time. Or sometimes I'm doing my research, I'm typing, and then somebody calls, I'll put it on, I'm listening to the person, I'm still working what I'm working, and maybe somebody will drop a message, I'll pick up my phone and I'll reply that message immediately. I'll do a voice note while I'm, combining 2 to 3 things at the same time. All right, so it saves you time. The second thing it does is that it saves you money. Multitasking saves a lot of money, especially people who are in the workplace. Rather than hiring more people to take some of those tasks, okay? You can hire people who are good at multitasking, and you won't need one person to do file work, one person to answer phone, another person to greet people at front desk. You hire somebody who will be able to multitask to do that. Like for me in my office, that's one of the skills I expect anyone working with me to have. The person must be able to multitask. My secretary is seconding me as my secretary. She's also doing the bossa work, and she has someone working with her who does the typist, and then the multitasking. So she does my PA, she does the secretary, work and she does the bossa work. So you pay the person well for the person to do it, because when you have too many people responding and reporting to you, it's also a problem. But when you have one person, I'm going out on Monday for some events, and she's the only one I'm taking. I know that once she's there, she'll be able to do so many of those things. So multitasking saves you time, it saves you money, and then it also helps you to actually reduce having too many people in your private life, okay, when it comes to like PA and things like that. Then number 3, it increases productivity. Multitasking can increase productivity both in your workplace and even at home. Okay, hello Adenike Omole, you're welcome. Welcome Ngozi Meke, how are you? Welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome Arinze Chinyere, you're welcome. All right, so now multitasking can also increase productivity. It's because as I said before, when you have an employee that can multitask, or if you can multitask yourself, you can do so many things at the same time: filing, greeting people, answering calls, being able to write out receipts. And if it's at home, you can also multitask with your work that you're doing, especially for those of us who know you work Monday to Friday, you're off all the time, but weekends you have, the time, so you can multitask during weekend time. Put on your radio or your tape and be listening to a message, be listening to a teaching, be listening to a motivational message. You need to put your biro by the side to jot down things you're doing, and then you're cooking, you're washing up. In fact, they know me for one thing: if I'm cooking, by the time I'm putting off the stove and finishing cooking, my sink is clean. Because as I'm cooking, I'm washing up at the same time. As I'm cooking, I'm arranging the flask to dish the food. As I'm cooking, I'm arranging the one I'm putting in the freezer and packing things. So, well, naturally I multitask, but let me tell us, you can grow in the skill of multitasking also. Then also, multitasking helps prevent procrastination. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate. God bless every one of us. I thank you. All right, so multitasking also helps you to prevent procrastination, because multitasking, motivates you to achieve more. For example, if you have ever made a to-do list for a day, it typically motivates you to cross out items that you have done. Let me see one of my to-do lists. Last year's one would have shown us very, very fully. Okay, so if you have your to-do list, like I have my to-do list, I always feel happy anytime I come and I cross. Okay, if you look at this one is for 17th of January. Okay, showing 17th of January. You can see I put all the things I need to do, and I'm crossing out the ones I need to cross out. Okay, so each time I do that cross out, I'm happy, because that means I have achieved that task. So when you multitask, if I look at this 17th, I put start a Telegram group. I put here start a Telegram group for recruitment and social media marketing group. The 100 people I'm talking about, this was 17th of January. And then I also say do my broadcast slides for Monday, do my broadcast, and call 5 people, call my downlines, call my customers to appreciate them and reply mails. So as I wrote it down, I was multitasking. I was doing some of these things together. I can remember that day, I think if I take my notebook again and I check for 17th. So if I take my team building notebook and I check for 17th of January, yes, 17th of January for my team building, this is just practical showing us. Okay, remember on my to-do list, I put it 17th of January that I'm supposed to call 3 of my downlines for training. So 17th of January here, I have downline motivation call. I put the names of the people. I have 1 here, I have 2 here, I have 3 here, and I call those 3 people. So as I'm calling them, I can remember when I was talking with one of them, Comfort, I was to show her some models. So as I was messenger room. So we were seeing ourselves, and I was talking with her. I was telling her what to do. So a customer called me. So I gave her an assignment that she was doing it. I answered the customer, looked at my chat. So that's how you can multitask. It actually helps with productivity. It helps prevent procrastination. And then you feel you have achieved something each time you cross off what you have done. So by multitasking, you are able to cross off more things in a day. And this will motivate you to keep on doing more and more. So multitasking is actually very, very important. Well, everything that has an advantage, somehow there is a disadvantage to it. So what's the disadvantage of multitasking? You know, while multitasking has a lot of advantages, research showed that there are also some disadvantages in multitasking. And one of those disadvantages is that, you know, it impacts on your daily production and also on your physical health, okay? It can reduce some of your, when you're multitasking, it's like serious brain work, especially for people who are doing a lot of brain work. And then also for people who are slow, if you don't really achieve, or you feel you make mistakes, especially for people who have memory issues, you can make some mistakes there, and then you will feel bad about it. All right, so multitasking, when we look at some skills, so we're going to skills that you need to be able to multitask. There are some skills that you need that can help you to multitask better, okay? So some of those skills are organization skill, prioritization skill, scheduling skill, and also delegation skill. Hello, you're welcome, Cecilia May. Good evening. How are you? All right. So, hey, you're welcome to this evening's broadcast. So, you need an organizational skill. You also need prioritization skill. You also need scheduling skill, and of course, delegation skill. None of all these skills, you know, they are all needed. They are skills you need to take note of. They are skills you need to, you know, work on yourself on to be able to get more of. Hello, Oluwakemi Ayodele, you're welcome. Good evening. So, great multitasking involves knowing exactly what tasks you need to complete and when you need to complete it. And that's why to-do list is very, very important. But first of all, before you even have your to-do list, you need to have your goal. What is your goal and your objective for the year? What are the things you need to achieve for the year? And remember, I've already taught us about that. You now, after knowing what your big goal is, you now task out your big goal to sub goals, okay? Sub goals in terms of months, and then in terms of weeks, and in terms of day. So you do one thing at a time that will help you achieve your daily goal, achieve your weekly goal, achieve your monthly goal, and achieve your yearly goal. So you do it one at a time. So that's why organizational skill is very, very important, to actually know what are you supposed to achieve, when are you supposed to achieve it. Now, for me in my business, we have periods that we end the year. Our year ends twice a year. Our year ends in April ending and December ending. So I have my goals that I'm supposed to achieve for those 2 times. And then I tax them out every month. This January, already, if you look at my January, this is my January goal. I'm not going to show you everything. I'll do it fast, okay? So I have my January goals for my business here. And I have weekly goals. I tax them out into week by week, what I'm supposed to achieve week by week, and then day by day. So I come every day and I take it. So I know what I'm supposed to achieve. In that your business, in your home, concerning your children, concerning even your relationships, do you know what you're supposed to accomplish? Do you know the task, the exact task you're supposed to accomplish? Organizational skill, you know, includes also managing your day, managing your week, managing your month, to keep you on track with your tasks that will achieve your main goal. For example, you know how to keep your workplace tidy, find out and file out your paperwork, and that's because of organizational skill. That's why this year I used to have maybe like 1 notebook, and I have everything on my one notebook. So because when I'm traveling, it's easier for me to travel with it. But I found out that many things last year got hidden in that notebook, that I was not able to achieve and accomplish individual tasks that I need. And that's why concerning my business, I've split them into like 4 groups. I have my team building notebook, okay? So I know what my goal is. It's in front here, and I look at it every day. I have my recruitment goals. This is my recruitment book, the second book. I have it, and I have what I'm supposed to achieve, and I need to open it and do what I need to do every day. Then I have my sales book. So this is my sales book. This is my sales and purchase book. In front, I have my sales, and at the back, I have my purchases, okay? So I have this book like that. Then I now have my brain dumping book. So this brain dumping book, when I'm having a thought, I'll take my notebook. I change this all the time. So this one might get full before you know it, and I tear it out. That's why I'm using a book with spiral binding. If you note, all the other notebooks I have are lateral bind book because I don't want to tear anything out of it. But this my brain dumping, and like what do they call it, like a notepad, I have a spiral binding, and I have plenty of them because of course, you know, most people now they use this as souvenirs. So I have a lot of them I use to tear to make tasking out easy for me. So organize your computer system. My computer system is also organized, okay? And my files, my computer system are also organized. So organizational skill is one skill you need to learn. These are some of the things I'm training my 100 women in my business, in my forever company. That's what I'm training them. And you know, like one woman said, she said, mommy, as you're training us, I'm learning a lot for my other businesses. I'm learning a lot even for my home. You know, one woman called me yesterday. She was like, I've learned a lot even concerning how to keep my home, how to organize things. I've gone into my kitchen and I organize myself. So that's all, you know, one needs. You need organizational skill. Then the second skill that you need is prioritization skill. Prioritization is the ability to assess your responsibilities, your daily, your weekly, your monthly, your talent and your responsibilities, and organize the task in times of importance to manage your time. So you organize the task in times of importance so that you'll be able to manage your time. So you ask yourself, what should be done? What's the most important? So what's the most important? It could mean beginning with the most time-sensitive task. When we talk about most time-sensitive tasks, like what you have down a deadline for. Like for today, one task I had that was time-sensitive was calling our office, our headquarters office, to be able to responsor those that needed to be responsored, to be able to get the ID numbers of those that needed their ID numbers, to be able to, okay, I have a new downline in Lebanon. Hello, I don't know if she's online now. I have a new downline that signed on today in Lebanon. Being able to get her products and get her to get the products down to her. So those are time and what we call time-sensitive task. Okay, so you start with your time-sensitive task to be able to finish those up at the important time. Like the Nigerian office, by 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. they are closing. So by that 5 p.m., I also have my downline, Pastor Evelyn, signed up 2 people today. So she needed to do their paperwork and the rest. So I had to help her. She's in Abuja. I'm here, and they know me more in the headquarters here. She could have called them, but because we had limited time by the time the prospects answered us, she had to pass it on to me to help her to do. So it's a time sensitive. I'm just trying to explain that maybe when you have a time sensitive task, you put it along your list when to do it. So prioritization skill is very important. So regardless of how you choose to prioritize, the ability to maximize your time by creating order, prioritizing your tasks is a very necessary skill for effective multitasking. So remember, we're talking about 4 skills that you need for prioritization skill. And I said number 1 is organizational skill. Number 2 is prioritization skill. Number 3 is scheduling skill. And then number 4 is delegation skill. So we've looked at organizational skill, prioritization skill, and now we're talking about scheduling. Scheduling actually involves planning your time to ensure you meet deadlines and you meet your goals. So it's an ability to take complex situations and break them down into manageable steps and deadlines. Okay, so okay, let me take today for example. In my life today, how did I schedule? To schedule today, I had to schedule out signing up new people, doing their paperwork time. I scheduled it with the time. Today I did 1 2 3 4 people. I still have 2 to do. So the 2 that I need to do, I know I can do it at any time of the day because it's an online thing. So those ones I had to push them to night task. So the day task were the ones that I needed the people in the office to do. So that's scheduling and then putting deadlines. Okay, so I'm putting manageable steps for them. So by planning your day-to-day activities and then accounting for unexpected tasks also, you decide where you can multitask and where you can stay to schedule. Okay, it's very, very important. And of course, if you talk about unexpected tasks, of course, like we women, many of us are women, you're married. If your husband calls you for something, you're not going to say no, I'm busy doing that. You need to expect all those unexpected tasks to come up your way. Okay, then the 4th skill that you need is delegation. Delegation skill is very, very important. In fact, it's one of the most important skills that you need. Excuse me, let me take my drink. It's one of the most important skills that you need, delegation skill. Okay, so delegation is when you ask other people to help you complete your task so that you can stay on schedule. So when you delegate, you usually give smaller tasks to a team of people or to a particular person, and then so that you can focus on those higher priority things. Now the trick here is whatever anyone can do for you, try to delegate it. That's the trick, especially for boss ladies. Hey, for global influencers. Wow, because that's where we are going. We're moving up higher. Who is moving with me? Global influencers. That's what we are. I'm raising 100 global influencers this year. Okay, who will be able to reach people in many all over the world. Like I said, I had someone that signed up from Lebanon today. I have one I'm working with in US today. Today is Friday, so I work with her in UK weekend time. I have another one in Ireland that I'm also working this weekend with, because they go to work Monday to Friday and their works are very tight, so they do the business only weekends. Okay, so I have a USA to do this night and I have Ireland to do this night also. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate the thumbs up. All right, so I still have that to do this night. All right, so you need to delegate. Anything anyone can do for you, don't do it by yourself. So delegate relates closely to scheduling and also prioritization. So when you do your to-do list, check out things that people can do for you. Today I had to send someone to the bank. I didn't have to go myself. Today I had to also push out some money in bulk to my secretary, so she'll be able to send out to the people, so I don't spend my time doing all that. Okay, so that's delegation. So good multitasking requires knowing when you have enough work and maintaining boundaries to manage your time. That's what good multitasking does. Knowing when you have enough work and also knowing how to maintain your boundaries to manage your time through organizational skill, prioritization skill, delegation skill, and scheduling skill. So these 4 skills are very, very important. You can, hello Edith, you're welcome. Good evening. Oh, that's one of my downline managers. Okay, she joined me and she's a manager today. Hello Edith, how are you? Oh, what do you say? Edith says numbers of those are needed, their ID numbers, to be able to work. I have a new downline. Wow, you have a new downline. That's great. All right, so let's chat me privately. Let's talk about that. Okay, Edith. All right, let me also put my number on the screen for you. That reminds me, my number is +234 703 515 1642. +234 703 515 1642. I'm going to pin it. Congratulations, Edith. Also, Pastor Evelyn signed on 2 people today. We are moving. Our train is moving and it's getting full. Oh. It's moving and it's getting full. Congratulations. Let me just pin my number. Congratulations, Edith. Hello, Victory Etuk, you're welcome. Veronica Vero, how are you? You're welcome. Shama Emmanuel, you're welcome. Welcome to this evening's broadcast. Oluwa Kemi Kazim, you're welcome. Welcome. Good evening, Genobi. You're also welcome. Welcome to this evening's broadcast. I'm waiting for my number to appear so I can pin it. It's not appearing. Okay. I'll do that later. So those are the 4 skills that you need. So having looked at the 4 skills, I want now to look at the 7 essential tips, okay? Remember that our topic for today, our topic for this evening's broadcast is actually what we want to go into fully down. The other one is just like an introduction I'm using to help us understand when we are talking about it. Today we are looking at 7 strategic ways to multitask effectively, okay? I'm going to be giving you the 7 tips that you need. But before then, I've shared the 4 skills that you have to get. You have to what do they tell it? Acquire. The 4 skills you need to acquire to be able to multitask effectively. So I want to now share out with us the skills that you need, the tips that you need to be able to accomplish those tasks that you will need to accomplish. Okay, I can see my number now. Let me pin my number. All right. So number 1 is you need to set yourself realistic goals. That's number 1 way. Set realistic goals for you. Now, even if you are an employee, of course, you know what your work is supposed to be every day. So set realistic goals for yourself. And if you're the boss lady, the global influencer, set realistic goal for you, okay? Taking on too much at once can actually cause unnecessary stress for you and unnecessary worries. Your goal has to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. That's SMART goals. It has to be specific goals. It should be specific. It shouldn't be just in the air. Like, I want to make 1 million naira in 2022. That's a realistic goal. It should be measurable, okay? It should have time by December 2022, okay? It should be attainable. It's not you go and set unrealistic goal for yourself, okay? It should be something that you should be able to attain. Like now, I cannot go and tell myself I want to make $10 billion this by December. I will be deceiving myself. It's not realistic. It's not realistic. I can't get it. Except if God throws it from heaven. And God can do that now. God can just throw in one big, I don't know what we contain that. And he just throws it down. I wake up in the morning. Some people will shout hallelujah, hallelujah. You wake up in the morning, as you open your bedroom door, you see the $10 billion right in front of your door. That's only when, you know, what I said now just, oh my goodness. It reminded me of something. See me, time is going, I'm here laughing. Okay, but I'll tell you this story. I used to have a staff, okay? And I was paying staff. Okay, I'm still going to pay my staff this night because this is end of month and this is the last day of the week. So I'm paying so many people this night. A lot of work I still need to do. I'm here laughing. Let me finish and go on to my work. So as we were paying all this multitasking, that's one disadvantage of multitasking. One disadvantage of multitasking is that you are prone to some errors if you're not skilled. That time, I'm not as skilled as I am now. This thing happened some years back. So I double paid the woman. I double paid her. We have auditor in the school that comes in to audit. So when the auditor came in to audit for the month, he found out that I double paid her. So he now showed me the statement and everything. So I called the woman. I said, Mama, I paid you 2 times this month. She said, yes. So I said, so why didn't you tell me? She said, no, that is miracle. That God answered her prayer. I said, I don't understand. She said that Sunday, because I paid them, I think I paid them Sunday evening. I don't remember, sharp. She said that Sunday, that their pastor preached in the church. And the pastor said that you will get double promotion, double miracle, double whatever. So that when the salary came 2 times, like it was answered to her prayer. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so Your goals have to be realistic. Set realistic goal, okay? At work, so many of us often overload ourselves with all of the tasks we need to accomplish each day or each week. And when it's actually better for us to separate this out into bit-sized chunks that are easier for us to work through, okay? And then rather than feeling defeated when you are not able to complete your piled up to-do lists, be sure to set yourself achievable goals. Set achievable goals, okay? Set achievable goals. So how I accomplish this is, I have my main goals that I'm supposed to achieve, and then I have what I call the sub goals for the day. In case something happens and I'm able to find people to delegate and I have more time, these are sub goals. So when I don't do it, I don't feel bad. I take it through to the next day, okay? So that's one of the tricks. We need to move faster now. Then number 2, you need to write your list. Writing lists or using an online organizational tool such as Excel can also help you to feel confident about your workload, okay? So if you leave your to-do list to memory and then you have to multitask, then it's more likely that you will forget some crucial things. Remember, that was why I had to separate my books, okay? Because sometimes when I forget, I won't be able to go back to look at those things. All right, so writing a list with explanations, if need be, to each task will create an easy approach for you to be able to accomplish all those things you need to accomplish day by day. So you make that list and then you create like a schedule, you know, explanation on what it is that you need to do. So that's number 2. Number 3, you need to prioritize your task, okay? After writing your list, you need to also prioritize your tasks. In fact, actually how I actually do it, I want to bring out my last year's notes because this year I've been doing most of prayers. So how I usually do it is, when I want to prioritize, you might not see my handwriting. I put my days of the week and then I start with I use my brain dumping book first, okay? I dump everything I need to do for the day. I look at it very well and then I now come and set them according to timing. Put the timing, especially for those that have deadlines. I'll put the deadlines. The ones that I know that I can delegate, I'll put it and put the name of the person to do it, and you know, like that. So you need to prioritize your tasks. You know, from that your written tasks, it's easier for you to prioritize it. So ensure that you put the things that have deadline, the things that have time bound, you know, first. And then you can now group the tasks together wherever it's possible. Like today, after I've written doing paperwork for Evelyn's people, Evelyn's downlines, news prospect, doing paperwork for my own, and I talked about buying products for those who need to buy products, or coaching those who want to buy. Like Opeyemi bought her own product by herself, so I had to coach her. I had to do her short 5 minutes training. And then comfort, I did comfort, I showed her how to create her content and things like that. I did a messenger room for her for a few minutes. So I grouped these things. All right, so you make sure that when you are planning out your worksheet for the week, that you group similar tasks together so that you can do them together. So in fact, when I call the office, they're like, Mr. Achonwa, you're spending too many time, I need to go. And I said, no. He said, 5 people, is that one way? I said, just stick to your time. And then I had already set out email to them. So I said, I sent this email, I set all this, so can we look at it together? So those are some of the things you need to do to help you, you know, in your planning. Then number 4, plan your week day by day. Don't go and say, week 1, I'm going to accomplish paperwork for 15 people. No, do it Monday 4, Tuesday 6, you know, like that. You give it day by day planning, because this will put a plan in place for the tasks that you will be managing each day. Weekly tasks cannot easily be managed, but day by day tasks can easily be managed. And then it will also allow you to identify whether there are days that you can work on top priority tasks on their own. Okay, and another thing you also do is, when you're doing it, all those, like for me, what I do is those things that are difficult for me to do, I put them when my brain is still very alert. When I'm, you know, I put those things first. It's like they call it that book about eating your frog talks about it, that thing that is very, very difficult for you to do, doing it early. Then you now allocate yourself the time to focus, and this will help you to also multitask more effectively throughout the week. Okay, then number 5, the tip number 5 that you need if you need to multitask is to work at a steady pace. Haste is not good. Being in a haste, being disturbed is not good. You need to work in a steady pace. So it can also be easy for you to feel like you have to rush when you have a lot of different tasks to accomplish. But this will also, you know, when you rush and you're in a haste, it's counterproductive. Okay, it's very, very counterproductive. So work at a steady pace so that you don't have to miss anything, that you are able to complete your work for the day. You know, you work patiently, you work steadily, you work. Yes, you can have this urgency, but don't let that urgency be a hasty. You know, when you're in a haste, you actually lose time. So you need to be very, very careful about losing time because of haste. Hello, welcome, Cecilia. Yes, mercy. Laughter is mercy. Hello, Jennifer. Jennifer, how are you? Well done. Please confirm from your customer if she got her products, please. Okay. Jennifer, help me confirm from your customer in Benin, the one we supplied. Now, see, Jennifer is in Italy and she's selling her products in Nigeria. She didn't see the product. She didn't see her customer. All she did was using these 3 methods that I'm teaching my 100 women. Jennifer is my downline manager now. She joined the business. I think I checked her through. I think, Jennifer, it was August, because I went through today to the beginning of my message with you and how I trained you today, Jennifer. I went through all those mails. Okay, so she's already a manager in the business. She's selling her products all over, you know, the world. So today I helped her because her card didn't go through to do something. Well done, Jennifer. Please help me confirm if I don't remember the name of that your customer, if she got her product. Okay. Hello, Tina Beverly, you're welcome. I have some of my broadcasts in YouTube. Very soon I'm going to be loading the YouTube again with a lot of my broadcasts. Okay, I'm trying to get, okay, that's another thing about delegation. I want to delegate that to someone who will help me to come on and do all that, and I pay the person off. So Beverly, very soon, by next month, all the ones I've done, because I have almost all my broadcasts. It's just maybe like November, December, and January I don't have a YouTube. So you can just type Ngozi Achonwa, okay, or Aging with Grace. You'll be able to see me, and you can chat me on my WhatsApp number that is pinned on the screen, and I'm going to send you the link to see my videos in YouTube. Okay, Tina, just chat me on my WhatsApp number and I'll give you the link for my YouTube channel. Oh, good time management. God bless you. All right. So number 5, work at a steady pace. Please remove haste. Haste is not very, very good. Oh, Jennifer joined in September. Yeah, I know that we talked first in August, but I think you bought products in August that you used when she liked the product. She now joined the business in September, and by December she's a manager in the business. Wow, congratulations, Jennifer. All right, so that's big money. Let's not talk about that. Tina says that's what she did. Tina, that's good. I'm glad I'm touching lives. I'm glad I'm hitting you where, you know, you're itching. Okay, she has received her product. Thank you. All right, thank you. That's good. All right, Mercy Ebere said, my first time of watching. I like the way you smile. Thank you, Mercy Ebere. My company will have a quote: if it doesn't make you smile, change it. But the company makes me smile all the time, okay? And the smile is broadest 15th of every month. Because that's bonus day. All right, thank you for thanking me, okay? Mercy. All right, so remember, I'm raising 100 women and men who want to change their lives, who want to become global influencers, who want to have an extra income, who wants to raise a retirement. I don't know what your plan is. I don't really care. Whatever it is, I will help you to accomplish that. All I need from you is passion, persistence, determination, open-mindedness, ready to learn new skills, and I'll use Forever Living Company to help you achieve that task. It looks impossible, but the people are here. Jennifer is here. Jennifer can testify. Edith is here. Edith can testify. Okay? And very soon, Mabel will be one of those testifying. Pastor Evelyn is not online with us. She is my forever ambassador. She's the one that signed up 3 people today. She is on fire. I told her already in the chat room when I was welcoming her new member for January. I said, I know that you are on. All right, so I use it to help you to get all you need. So work at a steady pace. Don't be in a haste. Then number 6, avoid distractions. When you are busy at work and you have multiple tasks to accomplish, it's important to make sure you are not distracted. Make sure you're not distracted. You know, during busy periods, let your colleagues know that you need some time to focus and not to be disturbed unless it's an emergency, okay? Unless it's an emergency. I also tell my people, this time, please, nobody should disturb me. So putting your headphones is also a great way to block out noise from offices. So for those of you who use headphones, okay, then you also allow yourself regular breaks, because sometimes even though you're working, if you continuously work all day so that you can get things done, you know, you need some breaks to go off. I can stay on my chair. If I need a break, I get up, go and do something. I'm timing myself. I also remember that I have things I'm doing. So make sure you give yourself short breaks during your work period, you know. And then after this, you find out that you can identify errors when you come back to what you're doing, and also be able to note some things. Actually, today I was supposed to supply somebody products where, and I forgot. Yes, Suleja. And because I had written it down, but as the day was going, I don't know, I didn't go back to my book of supplies. It was when I took a break. I said, let me go and take a drink and a walk. I said, there's something I'm forgetting. I said, Suleja. So I quickly called Abuja. I called my dispatch rider in Abuja. I called my daughter in Abuja that helps me. I said, please pack up this. The dispatch is coming to, you know. It's because I took that break. If I continued, I was working on something I was trying to prepare. If I continued on it, I would have lost it. So breaks are actually time for you to, you know, when you take that break, you think outside what you're doing that is actually occupying you. It's a form of distraction, but it's a distraction that is positive distraction, okay? So try to avoid distraction. And then number 7, remain focused. Number 7, you need to remain focused. All right, you need to remain focused. Those are the 7 tips that you need. And this can actually be easier said than done. But remaining focused may just be a turning off your phone, removing all those what is it called, distractions that we talked about, checking your emails for some time. All these are some of the things that can remove your focus. So it can also, checking your mails and checking your to-do list can actually make you to remain on the focus for what you need to accomplish in a day. On those of you who are using your Excel sheet, trying to go back to check your sheet. So don't just do to-do lists and drop it. When you do to-do lists, time yourself when you check it out. I check out my to-do lists in the morning when I wake up. I do my to-do lists in the evening because the Bible says evening and morning of the next day. So I do it in the evening. In the morning when I wake up, I look at it around 10 a.m. I look at it around 1 p.m. I look at it around 4 p.m. because our office closes by 5. I look at it again. I work from the home, but all the offices all over Nigeria, all over the world, I'm connected to them by phone, by WhatsApp, by email and things like that. So I have timing. Then for those that are in the US, I check out my US whatever, you know, 8 p.m. That's the beautiful thing about my company. My company makes you an international business person. And that's why I'm raising global influencers. Because you do business and you earn money all over the world. You earn in dollars, you earn pounds, you earn euro, you earn anywhere there's Forever Living. And we are in 171 nations of the world. So you can earn in those currencies, you know, all over the world. All right. So if you want to be one of those who want to join me, my WhatsApp number is pinned on the screen. Just chat me now. and tell me I want to be among the 100 women that will use forever living as their vehicle to get extra income, if that's what you want. That will use forever living as their vehicle to get retirement plan, if that's what you want. That will use forever living as their vehicle to have an education fund for your child to school abroad. You know, whatever your goal is, or that will use forever living as your umbrella and as your vehicle to get a new car by December. Whatever it is, chat me on my WhatsApp number and I'll be able to answer you. I've been checking our posts and I did not have any question. So it's a minute to 8 o'clock, which means 1 hour, and I need to draw my curtain here. So Mercy Ebere is your first time and you're in Abuja, Nigeria. You're welcome, Mercy, to Aging with Grace page. We meet on Mondays here for our physical health that has to do with our diet and our nutrition. And then we meet on Wednesdays. I will do a breakfast broadcast for you. I teach you a recipe. Watch out every Wednesday by 9 a.m. for the breakfast broadcast, the recipe. And then on Thursdays, not Friday, we are meeting Friday today because I had a wake keep yesterday, okay? That took my time. I didn't know I'll be able to do, I didn't know I won't be able to do the broadcast. So by Thursday, we look at our financial health, our mental health, and our psychological health on Thursdays. Then on Saturday, physical exercise. That's what we have. So that's our routine in Aging with Grace, okay? Mercy Ebere, join us. You can like my page. You can follow my page so that you'll be able to get notifications when I go live. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all once again for joining me. I love you all. Bye. God bless you.